From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, nerds? And welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are back after having a very extended, and I think for the most of us, a needed little bit of rest from the show. Joining me today is the very, very wonderful Susie and Will and little Pokemon Eevee.
Yep. Who's wearing giraffes?
Harapes!
Harapes.
So let's talk about what we're talking about today. And it's 2019's. I know English is not my strong suit. We are aware of this. Bite me.
Is there a language that you speak better than English?
Snoring? I speak snoring very well.
I was going to go with Egyptology, but, that works too.
Hieroglyphics, if you're talking to the right people?
Maybe.
Well, maybe, or reading my texts, I guess. I don't know at this point. But we
Up until 2020, you were hieroglyphics. After 2020, you got a little bit better with your English.
So it's attacking you, want?
Yeah.
Rude. So, drawing a blank now. Thanks, Susie. We are talking about 2019's Godzilla King of Monsters. So this is going to be fun because I've been really looking forward to continuing our... Is it Monsterverse?
Monsterverse.
That's what I figured. And this was a really fun movie. Like, beforehand, we had King Kong and regular Godzilla. It's basically setting up what we're going to get next week, Godzilla vs. Kong. But this was fucking nuts, and it has nothing, wink, 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 to do with them destroying Fenway Park. Fuck the Red Sox. But let's get right into kind of the, snapshot of the movie. It was directed by Michael Dougherty. And it released May 31st in the U.S. of 2019. It had a budget about 185 million, and it made just about 200 more million than that 387.3. So it made money. And I actually had a lot of fun with this. Susie, what were you expecting going into this movie when all the hype train from the previous two movies?
So, I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this movie because, you get a Godzilla movie, you see that it says King of Monsters. Okay, who's your villain? Which monster are you going up against? And, you have to realize that I grew up on Godzilla. So, I was like, wait, who are we going up against? Because they had Mothra, who is Godzilla's best friend. They had, what's the Firebird's name?
Let's see what we got here. Rodan, the volcanic rock.
Yeah.
Rodan. You have Mothra, and then King.
Rodan. It's Rodan.
Rodan.
And then you have Ghidorah.
Yep.
Ghidorah is one of my favorite Godzilla monsters. Because it's a Hydra. It literally is a Hydra, and I love the fact that it doesn't dive deep into it like I would have appreciated, but we definitely have a lot of the human elements in this, and you get a lot of the history of Godzilla and Ghidorah.
The mom's a bitch.
Mm.
This is all her fault.
It really, honestly, it comes down to it. It really all is all her fault. She thought that this would be better for the planet, and in reality, it's not.
Yeah, you basically just wiped Boston off the map.
Hi, did you see Washington, D.C.?
I mean, that's already basically a nuclear zone now, so.
That was underwater.
But yeah, you mentioned how you enjoyed how the characters looked. I thought the CGI was a lot better in King of Monsters than the previous two movies. Like, they are leveling up when it comes to their how they look. And you know I'm a big stickler of how the creatures look. Like, if they look fake, I'm like, but
I also,
they scare
one
me.
of the other things that I like is the fact that it's not dark. And I mean, AJ will tell you that I have a thing where if a movie is too dark that you really can't see what's going on unless you have like a 4K TV or you're in a movie theater,
Mhm.
like, count me out. I'm done. I shouldn't have to squint to watch a movie on my phone.
You really
And
shouldn't.
no, and that is one thing that this movie gave us is it has the dark elements without it being black. She's just staring off into space.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. I'm happy that she's enjoying herself.
Yes.
Because I can't wait for her to start getting into this kind of stuff. But like I've said in the past, and I know a lot of people across the internet doing reviews and all that stuff. If a movie is too dark, and it has a lot to do with CGI, the way they cover up for bad CGI is making the movie dark. And this movie was anything but that. It had some dark moments, but strategically dark.
Yeah.
But shit, I thought Godzilla was dead. And then Mothra just went, "You are alive. You must
Well,
live."
that wasn't Mothra.
Was it Mothra?
Well, Ken Watanabe gave
That was
Godzilla
that was the first Godzilla, right?
gave him the jump pack.
Yeah.
Mothra used the last remaining energy to just give Godzilla a little bit more of a boost to take out Ghidorah.
Mm-hmm. Which
But
big Hydra
that
fight
whole
was
that
a
whole
lot of
energy
fun.
thing, one way or another, Godzilla was having an explosion.
So, we mentioned the mother being complete jackass, and the kid just going basically rogue, trying to do what's best, and calling the monsters to Fenway Park, and then realizing, what the fuck have I done? Why did I do this? This is a bad idea.
Well, actually, her fuck up was not was reaching up to unplug the device
Mhm.
and making her presence known to Ghidorah. That was where she fucked up. If she had just slipped out quietly, Ghidorah wouldn't have been the wiser, and Ghidorah would have been confused.
What was your favorite part of this movie? And Will, I'm gonna ask you this question too because I know how much you enjoy these big monster movies. Like, what makes Will like Godzilla King of Monsters so much?
I think that the fact that it had more of an emphasis on the monsters this time than the others. Like I liked the human aspect part of it.
But we showed up for the monsters.
Complete, but like before, it didn't really seem to me like the story of like the original Godzilla actually focused on Godzilla and focused more on the people. Where this is it focused way more on the monsters than before.
Well, I think you needed the first one to focus on the people more because they had to learn to trust Godzilla.
Yeah, but they're not even the same people. Like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like that would have worked better if it was Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson, whatever his name is from the first one.
Aaron Johnson Taylor.
Sure, whatever that is. But I feel like that would make more of a statement if they were in this movie as well.
Yeah, but I don't think they needed them in this movie. I feel like because they had the two leaders of Monarch combined with the military that was involved when Godzilla destroyed um
The
San
West
Diego,
Coast.
the West Coast, like that made enough of an impact so you could see that there's enough people pushing to trust Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
based on the actions of the first movie where he saved majority of the populace. Yeah, there's an entire city destroyed, but he saved majority of the populace.
Yeah, not everybody's dead. Just some people are dead.
Yeah. So I think that makes a considerable difference in how they addressed this one, and we're able to make it more about the monsters and less about the people.
Uh-oh.
Which is where they mess up the formula in the next movie, which I will happily go on my rant about.
Oh no, they fuck up Godzilla vs Kong. Oh no, it'll be the first time I'm seeing it. Which, recapping for this episode, because I watched this movie back when we were supposed to do it, like 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
So I had to rewatch it the other day, and
I was watching it while she was watching Miss Rachel, so.
But I usually don't go back to movies unless they're like ones I really really like Dark Knight, Armageddon, those kind of movies. This, I turned it on and just sitting in front of my computer, just big monsters go smash smash. Anything you want to hit with? Anything else you want to hit before we continue with today's festivities?
I think the only thing that I would ask you is if they could have done something different for this movie, what do you think it should have been and why?
So with this movie, as much as I very much enjoyed it, as you guys have heard, it felt like parts of the fight scenes were very rushed, and then where there's a little bit of a lull in the fight, I felt some of those scenes were very strung out. So at some points, where Godzilla is just kicking the shit out of everybody or getting his shit kicked in, it just feels like it's going by way too fast, that there's a lot going on and you're just trying to keep up. And then when you're back with the human portion of the story, it just feels like they just hit the brakes and just slow immediately all the way down.
I mean, I can agree with that.
That's basically the only thing I would change, is make the pacing a little bit better. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna let mommy be mommy.
Nail was bothering me.
Anything you want to throw out at that before we let Will be Will?
Honestly, I think I would have to agree with your statement. And I mean, my husband can vouch for this. I have a set number of movies that I can watch and do other things during, because I know enough of the movie that just having it in the background, I can clean, I can do homework, I can do work stuff. Like I don't have to focus on it the entire time, but I have to be able to hear it. I think I would have to agree with you. The other thing that I would also mention in this is that as much as I love the fact that this was mostly about the monsters, I would have loved to know more about how Emma got to the conclusion she got to.
Okay.
How Charles Dance, his character, how he got involved, why he left Monarch. Like there's different things that I would love to find out, and I'm sure like at some point they'll be touched upon. Especially with the TV series that they have out that takes place in between these two movies. But I felt like there was pieces missing that they could have closed the gaps on before we get to the bonus scene of Ghidorah's head. Which leads into Godzilla vs. Kong. But like I said with the other one, is you really don't see characters go from movie to movie. And that's disappointing to me because I would have loved to see Charles dance in Godzilla vs. Kong.
Mhm.
And we don't see that. So that I think that would be the only thing I would add is that yeah, there was more monsters, but they need to find a way to balance the two so it's like not like a ratio, but like it's not
Yeah,
all
I know what you mean. Yeah. But yeah. I had a lot of fun with this movie. There were some issues that I mentioned. Blank. Godzilla vs. Kong next week. I'm excited for it. There's so much hype behind it. It'll be the first time I'm seeing it. And you've kind of mentioned AJ. It's good. But it's just good. So, yeah.
You to watch.
Before we throw it to my good buddy over there in the Midoriya t-shirt, go down in the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. There's a link to our donation page. It's drawing a blank here. 30 Hours of Gaming Challenge to raise awareness and support for veterans in crisis. We did it last year. We raised over $250 last year. We're already at 77, and it hasn't even started yet. If we can get to our number before February 16th when it starts, might have a t-shirt in the mail for at least me, which I might have to give to Susie because Susie likes t-shirts, and the one I got was really nice. But
if you're done.
Oh, I was just gonna plug the show tomorrow.
Oh, go ahead.
So, as you guys have noticed, Wrestling with Nerds has not stopped. It's actually picked up. We have our Hulk Hogan episode coming out tomorrow at noon. That was a very, very fun episode to talk about. We've had a lot of controversial talks with people on the interwebs over the last couple of days about Hulk Hogan, which has been fun. Everybody from one side of the aisle to the other side of the aisle, but you can't say a lot of people aren't wrestling fans because of him, because they are. But check out that episode right here on the channel. It goes live at noon tomorrow. What you got, Suze?
I actually am going to do a plug for Kineticon right now because there are 3 of us in this room right now who are running a panel at Kineticon.
You, Will, and the baby? In that room?
I was including you in that.
Oh, but I'm in my room.
I understand that, but you're in our circle.
So here's the thing. I was just being an asshole to be an asshole. I thought it was funny. The people online probably thought it was, kind of cringy. I thought it was funny. It's okay.
It's all good. But yes, AJ, me, and his beautiful wife are running a panel. That I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's about Disney. So.
Wow. I can't believe you don't remember a panel that I don't remember the name of. It's why we got you here to cover our asses.
I literally drew a blank as I was speaking. I had it before I started talking and then just went bleh.
It's like, and it's gone.
And my beautiful husband will be running his panel that he runs every year.
The Evolution of Magic, Land vs. Kingdom.
Yes. So you guys should all tune in for that. But my husband will be running his panel of Introduction to Kamen Rider again this year at Kineticon.
I've been grabbed by a baby.
She's out. The minute she grabbed your hand, her eyes closed.
So I would definitely recommend checking out Kineticon. It takes place in Hartford. The nerds will be there all weekend.
Yes.
At least one of those days we will be wearing our nerd shirts so you can find us.
Every day for me.
Ask us 20 questions, take our picture.
It's always
Maybe
fun
don't
to
take
meet
my
people.
picture because I will be baby wrangling, but you're welcome to come up and talk to me. I'm sure I will want the human interaction at that point.
Yeah, because your only interaction is Ethan, Will, baby.
You forgot Reggie.
Yeah, but Reggie's there like a quarter of the time.
We're going to Friendship this weekend.
What's Friendship this weekend?
Then Jocelyn invited people to their house
Oh, I must have missed that.
on Saturday. Your wife responded to it.
Must have missed that. I clear
Uber.
chats. I see. Ooh, chat clear.
He also mutes like half his chats.
No, all of them.
Trying to fix my mouse, and I don't know what's wrong with my mouse, but something's wrong with my mouse wirelessly.
Oh no, not.
It works fine with it being wired. I don't know why wireless it's now being a fucking cuck, but it is.
So, Susie, do you want to ask him the question or should I? They gotta huddle up. Oh, she's getting the fuck out of the way.
I am getting as far out of the way as I possibly can because I don't know what he's gonna do. Will, we're gonna start an anime series. What anime are we starting with?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Oh,
That's not the answer I thought he was gonna give me.
that's exactly the answer I didn't think he was gonna give me.
So
But-
I vote. You ready for my vote? It's on your shirt.
But that's like 6 seasons.
We can
Yeah,
break it down by
Seventh
season.
Coming out in spring and a 4th movie.
But
Okay, well,
That's a lot of work.
yeah, but now you've just convinced me to watch the 3 seasons that I haven't seen.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean,
All right.
Will, if you want to do this on a monthly thing, you give people a month to watch said season, and then the movie associated to that.
I can talk a lot more differently. You think I'm not talking about solo leveling when that shit ends? You got another thing coming.
I mean, I'm okay with basically the overall grasping episode topic that we would get, and then like a little anime side.
Okay, so co-host has decided that we're starting with My Hero Academia. I think we should do this every other week so we all have time to watch the season.
Yeah, stay
That
tuned.
is my vote.
Listen, season 1 is easy. It's only 13 episodes. It's every other season that's a problem because every other season's 25 episodes.
So the first episode
so
we're
that's
gonna do, is the season 1 of My Hero.
Yes.
Should we throw in the movie, or is there a movie for season 1?
I would add the movies. We'll go over the movies where they kind of are supposed to be in the timeline. Technically,
Is it there?
Two Heroes takes place
Before?
I thought that was in...
No.
It takes place between season 1 and season 2. Actually, no.
Oh, I'm gonna make him think about this. Hold on.
My brain's
Well-
hurting too.
Season.
We went through this about 3 months ago
Oh, did
because
we?
I was confused.
Oh, did we?
It's either between. It's between season 2 and 3 because it's where the timeline takes place is right before summer vacation before they go on the summer training camp.
I would have gotten there, but it's more fun to watch him do it.
So, what we're gonna do for this, it's gonna be Will's baby. He's gonna tell us what to do. It will be pre-recorded. We won't be doing those live, so we can finagle a time to record them and then upload them on a day where we don't have anything. Does that sound good with you guys?
That sounds good with me.
So
I like this plan.
So season 1 of My Hero, be on the lookout for that within the next couple weeks, because your boy needs a graphic made, and a certain somebody in the chat, hi James, is watching.
Jim, message me. I've got ideas.
Shit. And speaking,
Nerd logo, we don't need to do constant art for this. We just need one art.
no,
for
I
it.
just want,
No, nope. Your wife just got involved. You don't get a say now.
how about Nerds Anime Corner?
Yes, I like Nerds Anime Corner.
But that was the name I literally just came up with, and then you guys stole it.
Really?
I
Seriously?
literally said Nerds Anime Corner as I was doing this. Play it back, flip it, play it back, roll it
I
back.
literally came up with that this afternoon.
Your graphic design though, I will work with James and get that all.
You want to hear
designed for
something really fucked up? I was talking with Kendall with this earlier, and I came up with that at like 2:30 today.
You didn't message any of us.
Yeah, but I have him. I don't know why I'm doing it like he's here. He's not at all.
The very sleepy dead baby.
But
I don't know how I'm getting up.
speaking of our wonderful friend James Fair, our cover art, as always, by the wonderful James Fair. Go check all his social medias out, whether it's on, I think he's really just on Instagram. I know he posts in our group chat, which is wonderful, and I love seeing his art.
There. He posts on Facebook.
No, Kendall didn't come up with it, you asshole. I did. I just told Kendall. You dick.
He is almost exclusively on Instagram. Which, James, put your Insta tag down there because I know you're watching this.
Yeah, put it right in the chat, please.
Put it right in the chat.
Do it. Do it.
What? AJ's watching the chat like a hawk, waiting for you to do it.
Execute Order 66.
No.
Oh, that's right. I do call her a youngling. You know.
Hold on.
There it is. JFair_art on Instagram.
She does not have force powers. She's safe.
They don't show force powers till they're at least 1 or 2.
No, she's good.
Okay. So you should definitely check him out.
Susie has heartburn.
I drank the soda way too fast. So I had to,
She
Bottle
inhaled the beverage.
I did inhale the beverage. A little less than I was expecting. So you should definitely check him out. He will also be at con with us, so
As either a Spider-Man, a Falcon, or a Ranger. They're all great costumes. It's wonderful. I love seeing James. He
might be going something new this year though, so be on the lookout.
Ooh. Or
He
a
and I
cat.
were working
Or
on
a
something.
cat.
I don't know how far he got though.
He said, or a cat. Oh, Black Panther. Holy shit. Ooh.
No, wrong cat.
Wrong cat.
Wrong cat.
Are you going as Catwoman?
No, he's going as Black Noir.
Oh, that works too. That too. Oh, my brain went to Adam West's character in Fairly Odd Parents, Catman.
Ah. James, I need you to portray Adam West for like an hour.
All right. So a lot of stuff has happened. I'm very excited for it. Can't wait to do Godzilla vs. Kong for next week. Can't wait to start doing this anime stuff because I think Will's been wanting to do that for a while.
Yes. But I think we are going to post it about every other week so that those of us who are commenting on it actually have time to watch the episodes.
Yep. And it won't be live because we need time to record it.
Also, thank you. Thank you all of you who watch. Because you want to know what you guys have just given me the power over. I can finally get my wife to watch shows.
I'm pretty sure she'll be sleeping.
Want to bet?
No. I don't want to be like up. All right. Well, bye everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Check us next week for Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yes. Well, boys.
Bye-bye.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.